Yeah, go ahead and introduce yourself. Tell everyone who you are, what you do, things like that.
My name is Jair, and I've been freelance video editing for about 8 months now. I have had some success with getting clients and like getting them some results, but like I feel like I'm not scaling as much as I should, and so that's why I reached out to Calling here for some coaching.
Sweet. And can you share a little bit of your experience before joining my coaching, like in detail, kind of what was your routine looking like? What were your struggles? What were you doing well? Things like that.
So business was going pretty good. I've had like 3 clients until now, but I feel like I'm not making as much as I should just because like with just video editing, it's like a lot of it's tied to your time. So I feel like I wasn't making as much as I should.
Mm-hmm. Got you. Okay. And what specific challenges were you facing as an editor before we started working together?
Pretty much just scaling. Like as I said, I was spending so much time editing, but like I wasn't really increasing my income. And so I had to figure out a way like how to increase it, which but I didn't know. So I decided to reach out to you because you obviously knew what you were doing and you're getting like those high income months.
Mm-hmm.
So I might as well go through a path that someone's already on instead of trying to figure it out and then like months ahead I'm in the same place pretty much.
Exactly. I feel like from how much you were writing down from those two coaching calls, I feel like you saved yourself like a year or two of just
Oh yeah.
experimenting and things like that, just figuring
Mhm.
everything out. So yeah, that's really awesome to hear.
As I said, I was like 8 months in already, but like I'm not in the place where I want to be. So, and of course, it's like a journey, but like I feel like I'm not progressing as much as I should.
Definitely. And how did you hear about my coaching and what really made you decide to join? Because, there's so many people who you could have gone to for help. So why me?
So I decided you because you're mainly a gaming editor. So that's I kind of transitioned from like talking head to gaming just because that aligns more with my interest. And like the talking head, there's so many like sub niches that I don't really know what to go into.
Hmm.
And so gaming is just something I've been like it's been part of my life for pretty much all of it. And like I still game to this day. And then so I actually was following you on Twitter for like a couple of months now, but I actually found your coaching through YouTube because I actually recognized like
Hmm.
your profile pic, and so that's what I think that's the importance of like personal branding because I instantly knew who you were, even though I wasn't like subscribed to you on your YouTube, but I still found you on there.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, that teaches you a lesson right there within itself. No words had to be spoken, but when you realize things, I feel like that's the easiest way to learn a lesson. Like, I could
Yeah.
tell you the importance of that, but when you see it and realize, like, oh, it affects you too, like, that's when, it really all kind of connects in your head. So, yeah, now can you talk about any particular skill or technique that you learned that had a significant impact on your work via the coaching?
Yeah, I really liked like the outreach section because like before I was just really only offering video editing, but the way you do it is how you basically approach like the creators with a different approach instead of just video editing. But like also they were kind of on the fence when you outreach to them and they're like, oh, usually I don't respond to these, but your approach made it so that they actually answer. And I feel like that's what most editors struggle with is even getting an answer. And then on top of that, they were like a bit hesitant, but you actually managed to get them on a call. So I feel like that provided a lot of value.
Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, because a lot of people fail to reassure clients, and they just want to get money in their bank account as quick as possible, and that's gonna scare people away. So, learning how to take the time to nurture them and treat them like friends is such a game changer.
Yeah, that's true. And then adding on to that, the offer section was also very helpful because I didn't really know what to offer in my services. Basically, just video editing, but then you provided some examples of what I could add to the offer, and on top of that, you also helped me build it pretty much.
Has the coaching helped you improve your efficiency or productivity in any way?
Oh yeah, definitely. Like in terms of outreach, actually finding like established creators and how to find them because you could be like on Twitter just scrolling trying to find jobs or even if you do find some jobs like most of the creators or like people that post hiring jobs they're like spam with like bots and so those I feel like don't really convert. So if you actually find established creators and know how to find them, that would be a lot better. And that's what I've been doing, and I've been seeing a lot more success with that than actually replying to those creators that are like posting jobs, but like they don't really ever respond back.
Hmm. Also, do you want to put my audience onto the whiteboard method that we talked about?
Oh yeah, also like the whiteboard method, I actually got one. It's
Let's
right there.
go. Let's go. Love to see
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. So I have like my top priority is outreach, and then the other two things are not really related to like the editing, but I also want to like I bought a jump rope, so at least want to get some physical activity, and so
Hmm.
that kind of gets me accountable
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
to
it doesn't
do it.
all have to be about business or work. It's just, it's going to keep you accountable, keep you taking action towards everything because you're going to see it in your room constantly. And it's like a constant reminder. You know, you're going to feel disappointed in yourself if you look back at the end of the day and it's still written on there. So
Yeah.
it's a huge game changer that no one really thinks about.
And I like how you put it, how like it's so satisfying just being able to erase it, knowing you actually did it.
Exactly. Like
Yeah.
rewarding yourself with dopamine for work, I see no issue with that.
And also for productivity, I actually bought a timer so I can like know how much I'm actually doing.
Nice. Well, I'm really glad to see you're taking action rather than just listening to me and then doing nothing about it.
Yeah.
And have you noticed any changes in the quality or style of your work since we hopped off of the coaching? Like, have you taken any different approaches, had any different mindsets while working?
Just mainly like the offer, trying to learn more about how to make it more valuable because of course like the more value you provide, the more you can actually justify the cost, because if you don't provide like value, then you can't really justify the cost because they're not gonna feel like they're getting a return.
Exactly. I mean, yeah, take notes, guys. Like, a lot of this is in my coaching. So, good stuff being said here.
hmm
And what would you say to someone who's considering joining the coaching, but they're unsure if it's worth it or not?
So in my case, I was already looking for coaching, so that it was already worth it in itself. For somebody that probably isn't too sure, I would say just go for it because, as I said, I would like watch so much editing content, not really on the business side, or even if I did on the business side, I'm already 8 months in and I'm still kind of in the same place, even though have gotten some clients, but I can't really scale because there's only so many hours you can edit in a day.
Exactly. And can you share any specific success story or project that you feel wouldn't have been possible without what you gained from the coaching?
So I believe it's only been like around a week, but I've been getting a bit more responses than before. Like you said, the creators that like post like they need an editor, I wasn't really seeing much success. So
Mm-hmm.
actually finding creators that are not necessarily looking, but they could probably use one, that's a way better approach for me.
Exactly. Yeah. I tweeted about that this morning, and some people like had like some objecting opinions, but then you click on their profile and they are making $100 a month from editing. So, really try to take value from people who are a lot farther along than you are.
Yeah, that's exactly why I went with you.
Mhm. Sweet. And one last question. In what ways do you feel more confident and capable as a video editor now versus before my coaching?
So before, like I didn't have like a roadmap or like a path to follow. I would just kind of winging it. Like I would just outreach to whoever, but like that's not really a good plan because I feel like narrowing down to a niche and getting and being the best at that is a lot better approach.
Hmm.
And also with the offer, you can charge more but have less clients, because I feel like the problem I had is I wanted more clients, but I can't really keep up with the work. Then I'm not even making as much as like if I offered different services than like creating packages. So
Yeah, exactly. Like if you create high quality packages that are full of all kinds of goodness and worth it for creators, then you can have one creator who's paying you as much as four others would.
yeah, very true.
Hmm.
So it's a higher quality versus like I guess volume in terms of editing.
Certainly. All right, cool. And just before we hop off, do you have any last minute advice for anyone watching this video? Any immediate action they should take after watching this?
Yeah, so in terms of coaching, I would definitely go for it because this is not the first instance I've had coaching, but I feel like after coaching, you do get a direct path and you're following someone that's already in where you want to be, essentially. And so that basically like jumpstarts your career, because if you don't know what you're doing or you're just kind of winging it as I was, you probably won't get too far and in a short amount of time. But with coaching, you can definitely get there and faster rate.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time to hop on this. I hope you guys got a lot of value out of this. If you want to follow in his footsteps and join my coaching, the link will be in my Twitter bio as always. Make sure to follow this guy. His Twitter is going to be right there in the description. And stay safe, drink some water, and good luck grinding. Thanks for watching.
See you guys.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem, man.